My name is Coulter, and I am the Western Region Recruiter for Ferguson. And I'm going to go a little bit in reverse order, talk about Ferguson, and then for you guys a little bit afterward. So how many of you have heard of Ferguson before today's session? And it's okay if you haven't, you don't have to raise your hand. Okay, a few of you, that's more than I usually get, so that's awesome. Well, a little bit of background on who we are. We are the largest wholesale distributor of plumbing materials and construction supplies in the country. So basically, we sell toilets. No, we sell pipes, valves, fittings, the rough plumbing that makes those pretty products work, like your toilets and your bathtubs and things like that. But we also help design people's dream kitchens and baths. And we sell products in 6 different business groups. I won't hit on a lot of them, but we sell those products in HVAC, heating, ventilating, air conditioning, waterworks, where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live, in the sewer, underground drainage piping, that's us, as well as industrial industries. We sell to power plants, nuclear plants, things like that. And we have a fire and fabrication business as well. So if we had a fire, which we won't in here, the fire sprinklers, we sell those. So we are headquartered in Newport News, Virginia. We have over 20,000 associates nationwide, all 50 states, with 1,350 locations. We just got our fiscal year-end results yesterday. Without getting too technical, our fiscal year runs like a school year, so August 1st through July 31st, so that's when we just got the results. But our total revenue was $11.56 billion. We are probably one of the largest companies that you've never heard of because most of you probably live in apartments and aren't looking to remodel or build yet. So that's just a little bit of basics on Ferguson. Now the career opportunities that we have available, we have a few different career paths that you can go down. 90% of the time we're hiring for inside sales and showroom sales. I will tell you, they are both relationship selling. There is no cold calling, no quota to meet, no door-to-door sales, telemarketing, anything like that. You are almost an account manager for our customers that have been with us for a long time. So it is strictly relationship selling and no commission. I can't remember if I said that or not. So inside sales, it is more B2B side of the business. You are dealing directly with our plumbers and our builders and our contractors. And then showroom sales is where all those pretty products are on display. So we like to call it the HGTV side of the business, or MTV Cribs, bringing it back. But that's where you can buy a $16,000 refrigerator. I was telling you class earlier, Sandra Bullock has a $90,000 copper tub in Austin. So pretty much anything that you can think of, we sell it. So credit, that is an opportunity for 80% of the time dealing with our sales associates and our customers. And then that other 20% is going to be the credit and collections piece, looking over financial statements, setting up customers on account, deciding credit limits. I will tell you, credit is not where you're going to sit in the desk and crunch numbers all day. You are meeting our customers and figuring out their story and seeing their business and things like that. This very much comes back to the relationship piece as well. It's an emotional thing, dealing with money, and our customers are very emotional about it. So that's credit. And then we do have opportunities in logistics and finance, logistics and operations, and that's pretty much just that. It is supply chain management, inventory control, and I will say for logistics, you have to be open to relocation within the whole country because you will be training at a distribution center. We have 11 of them nationwide, so kind of have to be aware of that. Now, no matter which program you decide to go down, you will all start the same way, in the same way that I started, in the warehouse, wearing steel-toed boots, jeans and a t-shirt, and you're going to learn to drive a forklift. Now, I see some eyes kind of get big. You're thinking, oh my gosh, I got a degree, and warehouse. Promise, if I can drive a forklift, you can too. But this is where you're going to learn the shipping, receiving, how to load that truck, unload it. You're going to get to make deliveries with our delivery drivers, go to the job sites, and really build camaraderie between yourselves and the warehouse associates. So once you complete the warehouse, you'll transition into the counter. And most of you have probably been to an auto parts store, an AutoZone. Ferguson's counter looks a little bit pretty much just like that, to be honest with you. It is where those plumbers and builders and contractors are coming in to pick up the daily necessities, nothing special ordered, and take it out to the job site. So that's where you're going to meet our customers for the first time, really build that face-to-face interaction and relationship And of course, you're going to learn a ton of product knowledge and our computer systems. And then of course, after the counter, you will transition into culture and values. And that is a week-long training period, leadership development period at headquarters in Newport News, Virginia. You will actually be flown in with other trainees that are at that same kind of anniversary 6 to 9 month mark with Ferguson. And you're going to get to interact with Ferguson associates, tour headquarters, meet Ferguson executives, and really just get the big picture of Ferguson and where we're going in the future, as well as see those opportunities that could be available to you in the future. So, once you get back from C&B, that's when you're going to take on your career path training, learning your ins and outs, the daily functions, and things like that. Now, I will tell you a little bit about myself. I graduated from Texas Tech University in May of 2012, so I was in your seats 2 years ago. I know how you're feeling. You're trying to figure it all out. But I came on board with Ferguson in July of 2012 in Austin, Texas, and I went through this training program. So I was in the warehouse for a month. I was on the counter for 6 months. Went to C&B. It was a great time. Came back, and then took on my career path in inside commercial plumbing sales. Have any of you taken Plumbing 101? I never did against that, so it's okay. But that is what this training program is for. It is truly to give you the tools that you need to be successful with Ferguson and learn our industry. So we have zero expectation of you to have any plumbing knowledge, heating knowledge, anything like that. Now, 90% of our promotions are from within, and I learned yesterday from our fiscal year-end results that we promoted 950 people last year. So pretty awesome statistic that I think is important to share with you guys. And so I spent 16 months in Austin finishing the training program inside commercial plumbing sales, and then got promoted into campus recruiting role. So I was traveling all 50 states, coming to visit you guys and recruit you to work for Ferguson. And then I just recently, a couple of months ago, got promoted into this Western Region recruiter. So now I'm responsible for 13 states on the Western Region, pretty much all the way up from Hawaii to Alaska. I don't get to go to Hawaii, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm responsible for the recruiting efforts on the college side, as well as the experience from outside sales and above. So I am truly a testament to the promotions from within. I've been with the company for a little over 2 years and already been promoted twice. Now, again, I will hit on, if you are open to relocation, the opportunities for advancement will come on a little bit more quickly than if you are not open to relocation. So that's really all I want to hit on as far as our opportunities in Ferguson. I'll show you a quick YouTube video so you can kind of put a picture to what I'm saying, and then we'll get started on your personal commercials. Do you know how to turn it up? The volume? Blast everywhere. Being a part of the Ferguson team is before I was in recruiting.
But it is very worth it.
I never expected to work so hard but have so much fun in my life.
There's never a dull moment.
It's a place where we can start our careers and hopefully end up retiring at the same company.
I would tell all my friends to go to Ferguson. It's Ferguson for life.
Why should your future be with Ferguson? Because your potential plus our opportunities will make a career that's second to none. When you join Ferguson, you become part of an extended family that is there to contribute to your success and support you every step of the way.
They're like my second family, and it's definitely a career instead of just a job.
When I was hired on, people always talk about Ferguson family, and that's truly what it is.
At the warehouse, we would do potlucks or barbecues and get to meet some of their families.
I wanted to work around people that are actually interested in me, where I'm concerned with my growth, my career path. That's why I wanted out of a company. I wanted a family feel.
Part of the reason that the Ferguson family is so supportive of our new associates is because we've been in your shoes, literally. Every trainee, including all of our CEOs, have laced up the same steel-toed boots and started their careers in our extensive training program. By working in our warehouse and counter before moving into your career path, you'll develop a keen understanding of our product while also learning how customer service and teamwork serve as the backbone of Ferguson.
I didn't want to be an intern or someone that was kind of looking from the outside in. I wanted to start doing something right away. Training program definitely does that.
To have everyone be in that same position you were, it's a good feeling because you're like, well, they've been here before.
They valued my opinion from day one, so they were always asking, like, how can we implement this? You're new to this company. You got a different set of eyes on this, so how do you think we could change things here to make it more efficient?
It's great that if you can't help a customer, you can get another associate to help them.
Ferguson's customer service permeates through the entire organization. Everyone's concerned about helping the customer. It means helping the man to the left and the woman to the right of me because they're invested in the customer as well.
Ferguson is proud of the investment we make in maintaining such a high level of customer service. But in order to achieve that, we realize we must make an equal investment in our associates' careers and well-being. We offer outstanding training, benefits, relocation possibilities, varied career paths, promotion opportunities, and much, much more. But why invest so much time and effort in our employees? It's simple. We want you to stay with Ferguson.
Ferguson's committed to our training and it's committed to our trainees. They're not just going to give up on us or recruit people and send them on. They're willing to promote us quickly.
If I were to just be sitting at a desk every day doing the same thing over and over again, then I wouldn't really get to venture out and see what it, where I can possibly go with Ferguson.
They want to have you and then to keep you and are willing to work with you on that, whether it is relocation, promotion.
Every person that I've worked with always talks praises about Ferguson. When I got hired on, they kept telling me, you picked a good company. It definitely was proven to me that Ferguson really cares for its associates.
I felt like that from day one. Everyone was interested in who I was. They wanted to see me grow. So I really felt like Ferguson was number one for me and definitely number one in my heart.
Come find out how the Ferguson family will invest in you. Apply online today at ferguson.com/careers and begin your future with Ferguson.
Tried to cut my hair shorter so they all wouldn't recognize me. No, so hopefully that does paint a little bit of a clearer picture. You got to see what the warehouse looks like, the counter, the showroom, the inside sales area. And Ferguson is really a company where we don't have a standard corporate ladder. We call it a jungle gym. You have the opportunity to have multiple jobs within this company but still have one career. And I thought I was going to go into outside sales, got into recruiting, and the best part is I don't know what will be next. So maybe I'll go back to sales, maybe I'll get into management, operations, logistics. I'm not sure, but I know it will be with Ferguson. So just food for thought on that, and now we'll kind of get into tomorrow. So when you're going to an event, a career fair like tomorrow, Career Exploration Day, the purpose of that is to talk to as many recruiters, employers that you can, because there are going to be a lot of companies that you're not going to be familiar with tomorrow. Be familiar with the industry, you're not going to be familiar with the career paths, maybe you're not familiar with them at all. But this is an okay time for you to not know, and I definitely encourage you guys to be open-minded and go talk to the companies that you're not familiar with. If they look engaging, if it's something that you might be interested in, this is truly a time to do this because later in life, after you've graduated, you won't have this opportunity again. So really make sure tomorrow that you're taking advantage of this and have a game plan. Do a little research, see the companies that are attending tomorrow, maybe just pick 5 or so companies that you'd be interested in talking to. Now the perk of being a college student is you can Google away at 2 in the morning and drink a beer, do whatever you want, and Google and see who's going to be there and see who you would be most interested in. So that's kind of my suggestion to you is have that game plan. And again, after those 5 companies and you see someone else or another company that you're interested in, go talk to them. That's okay. Take advantage of that. Now, I will say, I talked about the act of the approach in the class earlier, and I think it kind of alleviates the pressure on the situation. I know career fairs can be nerve-wracking. You have a lot of employers smiling, staring at you, waiting for you to come talk to them. And so this is a great way to build confidence and to gain confidence, because as a recruiter, that's very impressive. When you come up to me at the booth, you're smiling, you're making eye contact, and you've just got it down. You're selling yourself, essentially, right? So nobody knows yourself better than you do. So I won't go over the handshake. I think the good rule of thumb is 2 pumps and you're done. Make sure you're making the eye contact. Have the smile. I want to see the pearly whites. And then your personal commercial, which I'll touch on in just a second. But be prepared for a mini interview, especially those who are seniors. This is a time where we're deciding if we want to interview you or not. So you want to be on your A game. You want to be prepared. And it's all about you. So you know yourself better than anyone, so you just got to be sharp and have your personality ready to go. So has anyone heard of a personal commercial before? An elevator speech? Similar? Okay. So it's basically just that. It's a 15 to 30 second soundbite about yourself. It's obviously going to be easier to remember because it's about you and your experiences. You don't need to exaggerate it. You want it to be honest. And it's ever-changing with the experiences that you have. So just as an example, we're looking for your name, your graduation date, your major, an experience, an internship, something that you have experienced, and then what you're interested in. If you are interested in finance, I want to know that so I can credit our conversation or change our conversation to the openings that I have. Does that make sense? So, and you always end in a question so that initiates the recruiter to talk. So my example, and yours will be completely different, but for when you first walk up and you introduce yourself, you're smiling, you have a good handshake. Hi, I'm Coulter. I am a senior here at NAU with a degree in marketing, graduating this December. This past summer, I was a waitress at Chili's, where I gained real-world experience in waiting tables and building customer relationships. I saw that Ferguson has a sales training program online, and can you tell me a little bit more about that? Pretty short and sweet, and it then cues me as the recruiter to begin our conversation. And you're going to have probably a 3 to 5 minute conversation after that, and then of course you can wrap up, get the contact information, and things like that. But I think the personal commercial definitely alleviates some of that pressure. Because once you practice it over and over, and you can look at yourself in the mirror and keep going over it, or your roommate or your parents, but once you've done it a couple times, you've got it, and you'll nail it at the career fair. So I think that's kind of the best tip that I wanted to share with y'all, so that it's a less of a nerve-wracking situation, and you really do gain that confidence. And you can all come practice your personal commercial on me tomorrow. I'm excited to be here, and I appreciate you having me, and that's about it. Sorry, I know we're short on time.
That's good.